Hey guys, good Sunday evening. It looks like it's going to be a fun one. Tracy had her work Christmas party tonight, and I really didn't feel like going because I don't really care for people that much, actually. Groups of people, anyways. So, thought I would take this time to have a bonfire if I can handle it. It's only 5:30, 32 degrees, but we got clear skies, beautiful moon, and there is no one around, just no one. So I got my microphone out. I let Mr. Ozzy out along with Morty and Gypsy and Casey. So we'll see how it goes, but you know, there's no one around that's going to want to harm any of the cats at the moment. So we'll see how they do. Hopefully they'll entertain us. We'll see how long I can handle the cold. I'll be back. Okay, I kind of figured that. Hi, Ozzy. Ozzy's been out here all of 15 minutes tops. Hi, buddy. And he's already on my lap. What a good Ozzy. I didn't think he'd go too far. It's pretty cold. Especially for a spoiled house kitty. That's pretty awesome. Definitely got a nice rocking fire though. A little bit of a breeze, unfortunately. Not much though. Well, I'm hoping. I listened for hours last night. From about 7 o'clock, 6:30 actually, till 12:30. Almost 6 hours with the microphone out. And did not even hear a coyote. I heard something weird. I don't have any idea what it was. I have to go back and listen to it again. Or don't know if it was a critter. I couldn't tell you what it was. It was like something I've heard before that I played for you guys, but at that time it was really faint. And all you guys could come up with was basically, yeah, it's a sound, it's something, but I don't know what. And this time it was quite a bit louder. And it happened a few times. And this was like after midnight it actually happened. So don't really think people had anything to do with it. But I am bundled up. I have long johns on, double pairs of socks, long john shirt on, really heavy duty, my big, thick, heavy duty Red Wing sweatshirt. I am bundled up. And if I get really cold, I have a whole bunch of hand warmers in my car that Ken gave me before he passed away. In fact, I should be using those because he gave me a case. It's a box, probably 100 pairs. I can't remember how many's in there. It's a lot. So let's see how this goes. It is 10 minutes till 6. What a good cat, guys. He really is. Ozzy. Hi, buddy. Hi. Yep. Hi. Every night when I go to bed, he comes and he won't sleep with me yet, but he comes there every night and says good night. He gets on my legs, lays next to my head until I roll over, and then he goes and does his thing. Every now and then I'll wake up at night and he'll be sleeping on me. So once in a while. Let's see, I have him, Morty, Gypsy, Missy went back in, which is weird, and Casey's out. Mr. Wizzy was, but he went back in. It's going to get quite bright sitting here shortly. I was not expecting, I did not look at the weather to see where the moon phase was, so this is a pleasant surprise. I'd like to thank all you new subscribers, and especially thank Gary Reed, Bigfooter Gary, for sharing my rock throwing encounter again. He boosted up my channel by about 40 subscribers, a little more than, I think, 45 actually, I think. But anyways, thanks to all you new subscribers, and we try to keep it interesting, even though the Bigfoot activity's kind of petered out around here. But it will happen again someday. Hopefully it'll happen again while I'm still alive, because I have a feeling that rock throwing is quite a rare occurrence, at least like that. I certainly do hope it happens again, but like I was saying, I'm the only one around. I got Art next door. He's probably in bed already, actually. He's really got effed up hours for sleeping anymore. Much like Ken, my friend Ken used to have. Same thing, I guess, when you turn 70 or something. I don't know. But then there's the lights up there, if you can see that place. That's where Yappy Dog lives. As far as I know, it's just a woman that lives there and Yappy Dog. But then, like I said, there's Chuck and Vicky behind me. And that is it. So there's nobody else around. I highly doubt Tracy's gonna join me out here when she gets home, because by the time she gets home, it's probably gonna be 25 degrees out here, and I don't even know if I'll be out here then. But I got the fire rocking and the wood stove in the house, so it'll be nice and toasty in there when I go in. So I'm not too worried about getting cold sitting here. Bored, yes. Cold, no. Real estate sign popped up in the old lady's cabin down there in Norma, where Goliath used to live. Since they moved her out, it's only been a month. They sure cleaned that place out and got a for sale sign in the yard quick. I cannot believe they're asking $90,000 for that place. That's insane. I paid $3,200 for this place back in 1990. And yeah, the mom-dad thing, yes, it was belonged to my mom and dad to raise me, but that's a whole complicated other story. But I ended up buying it outright for $3,200. It was a shack back then, mind you, but still, who would have ever thought you would see something around here going for that kind of money? And that place is not that nice. Not that mine is nice by any means, but I have more yard than that. I got more square footage. It sounds like quite a breeze, but it's not. Maybe 5 miles an hour. Just enough to F things up. Boy, that'll freak you out. I just turned on my other flashlight and shined across the river, and there was eyeballs looking back at me. But at least it's not, it's a good kind. Hi, Ozzy. That made my heart skip a beat, seriously, because all I saw was the eyes at first. Oh, there's another one back there, too. That appears that it could be a buck. They're not bothered by me at all, that's for sure. Dang, guys, lots of deer tonight. There's 2 more coming right up behind those other ones. Of course, they go behind the only tree that can block them. Oh, the only bad thing about the deer being over there is it means there's no predators nearby. So yeah, the deer are cool and everything, but we're looking for predators, not cuteness. Well, just like when you're hunting, they vanished. Man, guys, I've been out here for an hour, and it is it's quite brutal. The stupid breeze, if the breeze would go away, I could think I can handle it. I don't know how long I'm going to last, which is quite disappointing. Even my cats are bailing on me. Everybody went in except for Gypsy and Ozzy. Morty even went in. And Casey went in. That's unusual. I've not been lucky enough to sit out here under a 3/4 moon that was so bright. Being, it's dark so early now. I mean, it feels like one of the nights that the moon is close to full when this doesn't happen until 10 or 11 o'clock at night. It's only like 6:30. And that freaking tree, oh man. It's squeaking. It's coming from that tree. And I don't know if it's coming from the crack, the broken portion, or if it's coming from that broken piece that's laying there. I'm not for sure, but it's quite loud at times. I even have a hood on. I got my hood pulled up on my jacket. I did just have a possum. Was just sitting over here eating when I came back out. I put a little bit of food out just to see if anyone would show up while I was out here. And of course it did. Apparently possum is not as susceptible to viruses. They have a very, very low body temperature. In fact, they cannot even really harbor or transfer the rabies vaccine because the rabies vaccine will die off because they have such a low body temperature. Not to say that they can't transmit it to another critter while it's a live virus, but the virus generally doesn't survive on them for any amount of time. So that was interesting. I learned a couple things about wildlife and viruses because of them poor raccoons. I hope it doesn't take years and years for the population to rebound. We just read so many things. One site will say one thing, another source will say another thing. But one of the things we read was that it is Mother Nature correcting an overpopulation of raccoons when that happens. But it's like, okay, well, where does this distemper source from? Where does it form? How does it, is there a raccoon out there that doesn't get sick from it and manages to live and keeps transferring it over and over? I don't know. What do we got there? Let me try to zoom in on that, guys. Is that a critter? Yeah, there's a critter over there. We might have a raccoon, guys. Give me a minute to get this focused. It might be, I don't know. Alright, let me shut this off. I'm gonna try to get closer and see if that is a raccoon. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. If it is a raccoon, then I'm gonna have to be cautious with my critters. I think it ran away when it heard me walking over here in the leaves. It was there just when I turned the camera on and the light on. Hi, Ozzy. He was right there. I might have got enough video of him that I can freeze frame it and see what it was. That sounded like a knock. It really, really did. This little bit of breeze is making it pretty brutal out here. Wow. Hi, Oswald. Hi, Gypsy. Ozzy. Ozzy. Hi, Ozzy. I know it. You guys can hear how loud he is. He really can be annoying when he wants to be. But he's a very sweet kitty. Really? Ozzy! What is wrong with you? You jackass? Jeez. What did Gypsy ever do to you? Well, apparently Paul's going to come down and join me. He's feeling brave. We'll see how long either of us last, because I was really close to giving it up already after just walking down there to try to film what I believe was raccoons. I finally got warm again, sitting. I had to crouch down in front of the fire. There we go. There's a good 3/4 moon. She's a really bright. So bright it's hard to get it to focus. Got some coyotes going off. Of course they make yappy dog bark. They are coming from to our right.
Yep, to my right, I would say.
Out in the woods that way. And a friggin' airplane too. Jesus. Everything that could cover the zone to the coyotes. Yappy dog and an airplane. Oh, there goes the plane.
Yep. Oh, I got a cat.
Gypsy.
Hey, kitty.
Go figure, guys. Gypsy got on Paul's lap.
Kitty, kitty.
Now they're going off. That's pretty close.
Oh, this yappy dog.
That way again?
Yeah. No, now it sounds more like right in front of us. Don't it? They're right in front.
I can't tell direction with the headphones. Now I can't hear nothing without the headphones. I know it sounds crazy through the headphones.
Crazy. Yep.
Wow. That's the coyote barking. If you hear that barking, that's a coyote bark.
Yeah. And that's what, like they got their eye on some prey or got some prey and they're calling everyone else.
I wish I knew. I wish I knew more about what they're barking. The howling usually means that someone's returned to the pack. But
That's what I read or
Yeah.
whatever.
Not do a little Googling on it.
Or like you just said, successful, with a hunt
Yeah.
or bringing back something.
Just trapping it, calling them, "Get over here, I got one."
Wow, that was cool though.
Yeah, that was pretty good. They're getting crazy.
Well, guys, we made it till 8 o'clock. But it's cold, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take off.
It is sinking in on us. It's still, this says 30 degrees, but I think it's colder than that. Because it sure,
It sure feels like it.
yes, feels like it got much colder. For sure.
All right, I'll see you later, Mike.
Okay, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, it's fun.
Definitely very bright out here. Got all the cats in the house except for Miss Gypsy. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Casey came back out. Because that's Mr. Casey, in and out, in and out. But I'm definitely going to head in myself and get warmed up. I was starting to shiver just before Paul decided he was going to go. He said it was soaking in on him too, so, but we will see ya. Thanks for hanging by the fire.